It looks like they might finally be doing something with the old Louis Cypher place on Danforth Avenue. And hey there, today is Sunday, October 26th. It is 12:17 p.m. The temperature is about 7 degrees Celsius, making this the coldest video I've recorded in quite a while. And I am here on Danforth Avenue in Greektown. And I just finished having a rather delicious breakfast at Stacked Pancake and Breakfast House. And it is packed in there. There's about a 25-minute wait for a table. And they've got a really good deal Mondays through Fridays. I had their French toast stack. And I am stuffed. And since I'm in the area, I thought let's do a video around here. So what I'm gonna do is walk east along Danforth over to Logan, which is actually just coming up. And then I'll head south and walk alongside Withrow Park. Then I'll make my way over to Carlaw and head down to Gerrard, and then I'll be walking through East Chinatown. And maybe I'll finish up with the Skyline view at Broadview Park. Sounds like a plan to me. Unfortunately, the Blue Jays lost last night. So they're all squared at 1. By the time you see this, you'll probably know the results of Game 3, possibly even Game 4.
Right there.
What? Do you bring anything?
We get lollipop after lunch. Yeah. We get lollipop. And we already had a lollipop today. Yeah, we got 2 lollipops.
You know what? Let's skip Logan Avenue. I'll just walk over to Carlaw. We'll stay on Danforth for a few more blocks. Looks like they're setting up for something. They've got loudspeakers. That's the Alexander the Great Parquet across the street. And this place does breakfast. A little bit healthier than the place I went. And no doubt a bit pricier. There's a lot of Greek bakeries and pastry shops in the area. And there's a really good new Indonesian restaurant that has popped up recently. I went to about 3 weeks ago. All right, this should be Carlaw coming up. Fox in the Fiddle. I once spent New Year's in that place. And I think that Indonesian restaurant is on the next block, so I'll be missing it. So this is Carlaw Avenue, which extends north of here a little bit, I think. And what I'm seeing is not matching how I'm feeling. It feels like I'm walking directly into a warm sun, even though it's quite cold. Yeah, I think Carlaw runs about 5 kilometers in length.
You may. Go ahead.
It's a big Catholic school on the right, Holy Name. So I just peeked at Google Maps. It starts just north of Danforth Avenue and it runs south all the way down to Lakeshore. And it takes its name from the Carlaw brothers. They were Scottish industrialists. And there's a stretch south of Gerrard that has a lot of old warehouses and factories, many with historic designations. This is Withrow Park on the right. There's a skating rink, tennis courts. It's quite the community hub. And the Maple Leafs have even done a few outdoor practices here. It's a beautiful neighborhood, especially with the fall colors coming in. Looks like the basketball courts are under repair. And look at this. I saw something similar on a house on McPherson. I actually put it in the corner of the thumbnail. Looks like there's a kraken kind of sticking out of this one. And a UFO beaming up a cow. It's kind of creative. There we go. There's the skating rink just over there. And the late Gord Downey from the band The Tragically Hip used to live in the Riverdale neighborhood just west of here.
It's like the park is the top floor. You put it down, you put the sword back in, you wrap it.
Moving day for someone? And you can kind of see the skyline peeking out. It's a very large off-leash area for dogs just on the other side of the skating rink. A lot of these homes could be described as early 20th century. Predominantly Edwardian and Victorian style homes, although this one's quite modern. Some neat Halloween decor. Oops. I did not mean to spin the camera around. It's a neat view of just the tips of the office towers. There's a home under construction. A local architect who I've walked by some of his work before in a previous video reached out to me and might be giving me a look inside a home kind of like that under construction, and I was thinking that might make a neat video. Well, apparently today's the day of the Oxy Day Parade on Danforth. That's what they are preparing for. Don't know what that's all about. You can see the tip of One Bloor West off in the distance. So originally this was a mostly working class neighborhood. As there were a lot of factories nearby, just south of here. And most of these homes would date back to about the 1910s through 1930s. Dundas, 1 kilometer away. Eastern Avenue, 1.6. Lakeshore Trail, 2 kilometers. I'm only going as far as Gerard. tarantula. Mini truck. That's something you see a whole lot of in Asia. Those tiny little, almost pickup trucks. You don't see a whole lot of over here. So most detached homes in this area, as I lose my voice and look along a laneway, go upwards of $1.8 million. And a typical semi-detached home is about 1.3 to 1.8 million on average. Let's see if I can find one for sale. If I can look that up and splash its info on the screen. I don't think I've seen any for sale signs yet. It's a very desirable neighborhood, this part of Riverdale. And this is what you would call an old streetcar suburb. And they do not build suburbs like this anymore. There's silly bylaws and zoning restrictions that require the streets to be wider and the lots to be bigger and more spaced out. I was wondering if that was a sign for Halloween. This is Riverdale Avenue, and this is something you don't get in a lot of modern suburbs. A corner store. That one's a florist. That's something the city is trying to bring back. There was a change to the zoning laws that prevented those from popping up. The existing ones were grandfathered in. And just south of here is the rail corridor, where there's construction on an Ontario line station. So I'll be walking past that. There's also a parkette that'll be closed for about 5 years at least. There's some more corner stores at Don's Convenience. One could be there, but the windows are blacked out. Looks like there's a living room in there, so that one's used as housing. Place selling succulent plants and offering sewing classes. And up until recently, there was a big plaza just here on the left. And that had a no-frills grocery store. Just east of here is Gerrard Square Mall, and there's a big discount grocery store in there. I think a lot of people in the area were quite sad to lose this one. I'm not sure what the redevelopment plans for this will be, but it's being used as a staging ground for Ontario line construction. I think the plans are for a mixed-use redevelopment.
Okay, we're going
And the real jerk is just here on the right.
If you need the bus will not go right here.
That's a famous restaurant known for its jerk chicken rotis. They have live music nights. That was featured in the Drake and Rihanna music video for Work. So the Ontario Line station will be integrated into this area.
So any other 72 you see making it right, just wait to them and you take it from here. Because we're coming this way. None of them's coming this way.
And this bus driver getting off and explaining to people how to catch the bus. That sign is precariously hanging forward. Can I pull that back? That can't be right like that. There we go. Oh. I pulled it back a little bit and it started tipping forward onto the road again. There's the parquet that I think is closed. It's a little off-leash area for dogs as well. There's a sign there. Always see a break in traffic to run across the street and see what's going on. That will be shuttered for at least 5 years as I start to enter East Chinatown neighborhood. And normally this would be a streetcar. There's a replacement bus.
Right there. Oh, there's a fire
No! This is the Michael Scott. No!
Yeah, fairly new beer store has been shuttered. The monopoly on beer sales is done. And hey, it's Logan Avenue. This area sprung up in the 70s as a secondary Chinatown. The one that migrated over to Dundas and Spadina, which was originally a little east of that location around where City Hall is now. There's a large concentration of Chinese and Vietnamese restaurants. and other establishments. It's primarily along Dundas or Gerrard here, as well as Broadview. And the 506 streetcar is being diverted around Kensington Market as well. They're right in front of the University of Toronto on College Street. So I'm guessing they coordinated this to do the work on this leg at the same time. Well, that's just how things worked out. Often with the longer streetcar routes, there's only some part of the road that's undergoing work. Really, the answer is to have dedicated right-of-ways. Not have streetcars running in mixed traffic. There's a somewhat well-known and pretty good French restaurant. And this used to be a Vietnamese restaurant called Ba Kien. Now it is Bep Viet. I wonder if it's the same ownership. Off-track betting. Definitely got its own vibe. It feels a little bit like it's kind of stuck in the 70s or 80s. Like, look at that. There's St. Anne Church. And Degrassi Street, I believe this is. Yes, that Degrassi Street. Eastdale Collegiate Institute. Lots of construction there. Maybe I'll cross over to the south side. Never been to that pho restaurant. Exotic fish and bonsai. Definitely got a very different vibe from the downtown Chinatown. It's one of two Chinatowns in Toronto proper, this one and the main one, but there's a number of Chinese areas throughout the suburbs. That lady is not familiar with the concept of walking in a straight line.
new for sure, but I guess maybe the one with like Harry Potter. So we don't get them out of that. Thế là cái trả lên một thứ đấy.
That Oryx guy is everywhere. All right, Carlaw Avenue. So I'm going to head north here, and we'll finish up with a view of the Skyline at Riverdale Park. It'll take you over into downtown across the Don Valley. That's a continuation of Gerrard Street. There's Riverdale Public Library. There's the old palace for prisoners, the Don Jail. That dates back to the 1860s. Got that nickname due to its architecture, which is currently blocked by these trees. It's now an administration office for Bridgepoint Hospital. It closed in the 70s as a jail, but it was notorious for being overcrowded. It was once where public executions took place. There's a 504 bus going to Broadview Station, so that would normally be a streetcar. It's like, why do we even bother with streetcars and mixed-use traffic? Half the time the routes are diverted, and there's replacement bus service. It's kind of silly. They should just build a proper tram network or stick to buses.
And we still
Don't know what that says there. Welcome to Riverdale Park East. This is a very popular spot to come watch the sunset. You'll see what I mean in a moment. The view coming up is quite spectacular. And this is an old landfill.
Also, go to Staples.
And it was once a proposed site for the Skyline back in the 80s when they were looking for places to build a stadium for the Blue Jays and Toronto Argos. The stadium were down there and they were able to maintain this hill and this view. That might be kind of neat. I see a lot of people here snapping pictures. One good thing is if you want to go up to Broadview Station, which is only like a 7 or 8 minute walk, and you don't feel like walking, the transit service is quite frequent, as it's a mix of Dundas and King Street cars coming this way. There you go, that famous skyline view. And you can see the new tallest building in the city, One Bloor West, in the center of the shot. And Pinnacle 1 Sky Tower, I think it's called, going up, which will soon surpass it, off in the distance at the foot of Yonge Street. But I hope you enjoyed this one. My camera's almost out of batteries anyways. So I look forward to your thoughts and comments down below. If you wish to support what I do, there's links to my Patreon and YouTube channel membership down in the description. I've got an Instagram account at Johnny Strides, and there is a super thanks button appearing down below if you wish to say thanks that way. Anywho, thanks for watching, and I will catch you in the next one. Let's finish with the view of the skyline. Yoink.